Baltimore. See a group of fresh, talented artists trying to make it big in the city and beyond. With personalities as strong as their rhymes, watch them navigate life, love, and the entertainment business. Who will rise to the top on their journey to chase the dream? Visit facebook.com/backslash chase the dream now. Too much management and radio on fire. Not that one? Oh, we're cutting that one.
What the hell?
So it's just one.
The show don't work?
Chase the dream now. Just chase the dream. Facebook.com/chase the dream now. And then don't worry about nothing else. Don't worry about that one. All right.
See, this doesn't happen.
He said, "What the hell?"
See, right there.
Read it and you'll see why I said it.
Okay.
Don't read it out
Don't
loud.
read it out loud.
Read it
Right.
inside. The inside voice.
Oh, okay. I see why we're not reading it. All right, I got you down. Yes, it happened. Yeah, it happened. It happened. So, hey, did you go to the radio, the We Love the 90s party?
Exactly.
Call in, tell us about it.
Please. This doesn't happen at the white radio shows. Now, if this was white, this shit would have been on point. But anyway.
So we're back, and before we went out of the break, we were talking about, well, Nice gave us a little tease about the Funk Master Flex Tupac situation. Now, I am abreast with the beginning, but Nice knows the entire story, so he's going to take it from here.
Let me clear up me know the whole story, too. These are, like, I don't want people looking for me.
Oh, you are a hip-hop historian,
yo,
sir.
like,
Nope,
nigga,
you know the whole story.
You wasn't there. Like, I was there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, right.
Like, so let's just be clear about that. Now, I think you can help me out with this because I think you had the timeline correct of when Flex started the rant.
Okay, so yeah, he started the rant, I believe it was on Thursday.
Okay.
About Thursday. Yeah, he came out and he was talking about basically how situation in the studio. What was the studio's name?
1994 Quad Studio.
1994 Quad Studio. So it makes sense. 4 Quad. All right, so he's Pac's getting out of the elevator, I believe is the situation. You know, yelling thug life, whatever, you know, Pac does. He's coming out. He is then accosted by several gentlemen. Now, accosted meaning, you know, he was aggressively, it was an aggressive conversation.
All right.
And as the situation began to escalate, Pac said, you know what? I think I need my pistol for a situation such and such. And he just so happened to have one on him. And as he reached in to grab said pistol, he may or may not have shot himself in the testicles. So,
I don't think he said testicles. But.
you can see nuts, balls, whatever.
No, was it? Did they actually say
I believe
he got
it was
testicles?
the dickle region, wherever it was. It was like it was in the solar plexus, I believe. And from there, I need you to take over from there. So I'm not sure what happens after that.
Okay, so then Funkmaster Flex got a whole lot of flack from social media because I guess from what I read and what I took from it was everybody had an issue with the timing of the whole conversation. That's what I took from it. Everybody was stuck on. Everybody was stuck on. Pac is already gone.
Can't defend himself.
It's over. He can't defend himself. Don't talk about the dad, which Biggie's dead also too, which Flex made a point. And their whole thing was, why talk about it now, 20 plus years ago, and didn't talk about it then? That's the problem. He was talking about it then. This is this is the whole thing. This is what made me really go into it because in Diamond, we were just talking about the whole LeVar Ball thing. This is social media time. So it's like, if it's not recorded, if it's not on social media,
It never happened.
It never happened. But then we forget, us that are older, they act like they forget that it wasn't always social media.
Yeah. Sometimes you just had to be there.
The media was the streets. That's where you got your information from. So I had an issue personally with Flex, maybe with the time, because I don't know what spawned him to even go down this lane. Anyway, he may do it around this time, but also Pac's movie is coming out, so maybe that had to do with it.
This is not the first stuff he said about Tupac.
Okay, let's just say he wasn't. Maybe I'm not gonna say not the biggest Tupac fan.
Right.
I don't know. I don't even know if they even knew each other.
They knew each other.
But it's 20 years later.
It's 20 years. Okay, I understand 20 years later, but does the truth ever have an expiration date? The truth don't have no expiration date on it. Yeah.
There's no statute of limitations.
It's on the truth.
Exactly. See, but the thing is, people have this whole theory on Pac, and I know I'm about to get killed. This whole theory on Pac that he was just so. Oh
shit! Somebody said you said something about Pac. You said something about Pac.
No, he said I'm about to get killed. I'm about to move over. That's what I'm about to do.
Please, caller, how you doing? Beautiful Eyes, Ugly Truth. Beautiful Eyes, Ugly Truth. Who am I speaking to?
It's Omar. What's good? What's good?
My nigga, what's good, baby? What's
What's up,
poppin'?
Omar?
Ain't nothing, bro. Hey, man. First of all, that's a ball situation. You gonna push a career before the grade pop. And I'm gonna tell you that straight up.
One more time?
Say that again for us, man. We lost you a little bit.
I said LeVar Ball. He gonna kill his son's career before his career stop.
Okay, it's LeVar Ball's gonna kill
Yeah,
his
he's definitely going to kill his career. I don't think he's going to kill his career.
The kid's talented, man. He's very talented.
He still has to play. He still has to play, so he has to perform.
Man.
Yeah.
Something about,
They ain't even doing. And be honest, ain't nobody in the streets about to rock that triple shit.
well,
Being one.
nobody's going to rock it
Nobody's
but
putting that shit on.
Lonzo Ball. Nope. I'm asking you, are you going to rock a pair of Triple B's?
Listen, he's already put it out there. If you don't want to wear it, then you're obviously not a big baller. That's what it is. You're not a big baller.
exactly what he
You're
said.
not a big baller. Maybe.
He's gonna get by.
Nah, I stick to Jordan, fool. That don't mean you a big baller.
Exactly. And I'm with you with the Jordan thing. Cause if
But
you're
nah,
not Jordan,
the whole situation with Funk Flex though, to touch on that topic.
Yes.
Boy, like he in the wrong era to be, that passionate about it. I'm gonna take myself out of the situation because I try and study up on everything, even though I wasn't around when stuff was going down for real.
Okay.
But like my generation, not really caring about that whole Pac situation back then. Like
them tears
for
are
him
10
to be
years
on
too
social
late.
Media crying, everybody just gonna laugh at him for being a grown man crying. They're
Never
not
go full Jim
understanding
Jones.
what really went down, how he
Never
was
go full
vouching
Jim.
for certain situations back then.
Definitely. I definitely understand that. See, but that's the whole thing. Well, speaking for somebody that's in the younger generation, what do you say in terms of the younger generation? Because, like you said, they don't care about it, and it seems that the generation at times just doesn't care about anything historic or anything that happened previous. So it's like us older folks, we get hit at times when I'm having these conversations. Yo, that's what y'all oldest for. Y'all supposed to educate them, but you can't educate somebody that doesn't want to learn up on something. So how do we bridge that gap?
You can't really bridge that because when y'all was coming up on a specific goal, like certain stuff you couldn't do on the streets. Whereas though now, that's for the window.
reign.
Like everybody is for self, everybody for money, and I want to flip a gram for this drink so I can hit in that drink. Like it's no code to it, and I'm growing up in this generation. I see it, so like it's always like how certain things move. Like you can't say like what we respect. To be honest, as a whole, we don't really respect much, which is why we listen to that music. And it's growing up. No, we just stay. I can't like it don't matter because now
I'm losing you.
Okay.
Listen. Hey, Omar, do us a favor, man. Hang up and call us back. We're really trying to hear what you're saying. You sound like you got a good point, but your phone's breaking up a little bit on us, man. So hang up and give us a call back. We'll be able to touch back on this.
Yeah, give us a few minutes. Give us a few minutes, but good looking, Omar, and let everybody know Beautiful Eyes Ugly Truth. Diamond, I don't know what you're gonna do. I guess he could just hang up.
Yeah,
He hung
all
up.
right, cool.
Okay, so now back to what I was saying. He just made a point about this generation not caring, and that's cool. I can understand that because I can't kill this generation for not knowing. They're going to have their opinions that are empty anyway because they weren't there. But the killer thing is for people that were old enough to know, and not even to know. See, this was my thing. In 1994, I was still in New York. I knew 2 days after Pac got shot in Quad who shot him. I knew. This is me uptown in the Bronx. I knew the whole hood.
It's Biggie,
knew
right.
who shot him.
It was Biggie, right?
No, it wasn't Biggie.
No, it wasn't Biggie?
No, it wasn't
Oh,
Biggie.
damn. I
No,
thought it was
wasn't
Biggie. But he made Who Shot You, right?
And the word, hold on, we'll get to that.
He
And
made
the word
that.
on the street was never that Big had something to do with it. You see what I'm saying? But the difference
Lies.
is this. The difference is this.
Biggie did
Pac
that shit.
had a voice. He had a voice. So what he was allowed to do, he put the narrative out there. He put it out there, and once the narrative was out there, because we were still probably stuck in that era of whoever gets on TV, they ain't lying, they ain't fronting, they telling the truth. All right. So that was the whole stigma. That was the whole stigma. So when Pac goes, you got people from, okay, let me ask you, you're down here in Baltimore. What did you hear about the situation when it happened?
I just told you. Yeah, Biggie did. Biggie did that shit.
did it.
Hold up,
Then he made a song about it.
Okay, Donald, what did you hear?
That's not what I heard.
Oh yeah, I was like 10 when this shit happened. So
Right. So people even now age, they don't care what happened then.
No, I think some people can, some people don't.
No, what I'm trying. My thing is this. What I'm saying is this, because me and Ron have these talks all the time. My thing is, if you were only unless you were in the know, how was people outside of the city finding this stuff out? See, that was my whole thing. And
MTV
thing,
News.
From the news.
And another, exactly.
That's
what I'm
MTV
saying,
News.
The news is after it's already been diluted.
Exactly. Yeah. So
we're talking about the streets. The streets is gonna lie, but you want to hear more of the truth in the streets, because in New York City, and it still stays there. Yo, you three degrees away from who you need to know.
Right.
Simple as that. Like when I seen and the dude that played Mr. C.
The story changed,
I know
though.
motherfuckers that know motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Half these motherfuckers didn't hear Tut's name until 50 Cent's album came out in 2003.
Or
See what I'm saying? Get Rich or
yeah,
Die
yeah.
Trying came out in 2003, and that was the first time
But see,
half the world heard
But
Tut's
that's,
name.
but it's a couple things, and you mentioned 50 Cent, and I think that's a good example. Okay, so 50 Cent got shot
In
right,
99.
infamously, right?
Yep.
The
9
shooter is just the shooter.
Yeah.
The shooter is not really who shot you.
who shot you? Right.
The
right,
shooter
right.
is just the trigger person.
Yeah.
So you got different scenarios. So the person who shot 50 Cent, and I ain't gonna point my finger at you, but I'm
Yeah, right.
the one who pulled the trigger was not the person who made the call to shoot 50 Cent.
Right.
Exactly.
So you just saying who shot him. It don't matter. It's
No,
no
nigga with a gun. Right.
It doesn't matter who
It's
shot
right.
him, you know what I mean? And I think the same thing in a lot of situations. Now with the Tupac robbery situation, I think that initially, and I talked about this before, if you get in a situation like that, where as though you get jammed up like that,
Okay.
and then you turn around and you look and you see people that you know that's
Motherfucker.
there,
Right.
you are gonna think initially
Yeah.
they must have had something to do with
Goddamn
it.
Bad
You know what I
Boy
mean? So it's
Entertainment.
like, you know, he came down there, the beer on the song with Lil Sean.
Exactly.
Why the fuck was he on the song with
Lil
Lil
Sean.
Sean? Because he needed money.
Pac just
he
did
needed money
music
for the
with
court.
anybody.
Little Sean was kind of he was trying to make his name. We gotta mind you,
Hickeys.
all this.
The
He had a
Hickeys
little, he had a
word.
nice little run. He had
Word.
a nice little
Who
run.
was
It
Sean
was,
signed
it
to?
was a summer run.
Who was
It
Lil
was a
Sean
summer
signed to?
run. It was a summer run, but you gotta remember, it wasn't a whole lot of labels back
True
then
that,
either.
true that,
It
true
was
that.
a whole lot of things.
True that, true that.
The West Coast was already super rocking out. Niggas
Yeah.
wasn't flying to the West.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Lil
unless you was
Sean.
on Death Row
But you-
or rap a lot. you
But this
wasn't
all
making
goes
noise like
hand
that.
in hand, because when Tupac was from New York, if you look at
Wait, I
the
thought it was
Me
from
Against the
Baltimore.
World album,
Okay.
that was not a West Coast album. It was more well-rounded. He had a couple of West
New
Coast
York.
like tracks,
From everywhere.
but that was more of a New York album than it was a West Coast album.
Okay.
After you get shot in New York,
Time
then
to
he
go.
was more vulnerable to Suge Knight getting in his ear, putting a battery in his back, and then he get on the West Coast shit. So the shooting incident at the Quad Studio was such a pivotal point in Tupac's life. It changed the whole dynamic of where he was going to go, and
Yeah,
that
you see
was
that.
what pushed him to the West Coast. But he did say at points in times, Diddy, Puffy at that time, and Biggie. But then he kind of changed it and said, not that they shot him or they got him shot, but they didn't warn him. They didn't intercede. They supposed to be bosses, and they could have helped the situation, which is kind of more so where he was towards the end. It wasn't like he was going around saying, he shot me, he shot me.
See, this is how I'm looking at it. This is how I'm looking at it. Everything you just said. This is how I'm looking at it too. Tupac was 25 years old when he died.
Yeah.
Big was 24.
Shit.
Right.
It's see, we get it confused because we're older now.
And that's when he died.
That's
Right.
when he died.
These incidents
That's
happened
when
even
they
before that.
shot.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
Damn.
Now you see where I'm going.
Yeah.
They were 24. So that means they were 22, damn near 21 years old.
Right.
Let me tell, and this is not playing Biggie or Tupac. Anybody that's of a certain age understands. Biggie was no king of no streets in New York. He was a great rapper.
But in the movie, he sold a lot of drugs.
No, he did
No?
not. He sold nickel and diamonds type drugs. He might have had a little block. He went down south because that's what a lot of dudes is doing, and that was it. Biggie was nobody's kingpin.
So it was a
He
lie?
was nobody's kingpin. He has a movie because he raps in that whole story. That's the whole thing. And so, Jimmy Henchman and them, they were, put it this, when I watched the Jimmy Henchman story, it backdropped to the mid 80s, no, I mean 70s. Like he was already like damn near 20 in the, like right when I was born. You see what I'm saying? Like,
He's already a grown-ass man.
That's
Yeah,
when
right.
he was already grown dealing with Tupac and all of them.
Okay, so
what was
for those who
Biggie
don't know,
Right,
touch on
sorry.
who Jimmy Henchman is, though. For those who aren't in the
That was when I was messing with game and all that
Street
stuff.
is a street guy that got involved in management and artist development and representation.
So he's like a Jay Prince type.
Jay Prince is another
Very-
one. That's
very
what I'm
good.
saying.
All right.
That's a good one.
And they
Jay
probably about
Prince,
the same age.
anybody,
Okay.
They
All
around
right,
the
cool,
same
cool.
age. These is older dudes. That's what I'm saying. So it's easy to be like, yo, you the king of your city. No. I'm probably the best rapper in my city, but that don't mean I'm the king of the streets. Because if you take it back, and I want y'all to follow me, you take it back to actually when dudes in the 80s was having a Mercedes and all that stuff, there was no place you was renting cars from. You know where they was getting their cars from? The drug dealers. Because the drug dealers own
For the
those
videos,
cars.
right.
Exactly.
No doubt,
You see
no
what I'm
doubt,
saying?
no
So,
doubt, no doubt.
what is a drug dealer's dream? To clean up his money. Like every movie that you've ever seen about drugs, it's always circled around. They gotta clean up.
Gotta wash this money, baby.
Gotta wash this money. So exactly like Dama was saying, dudes had the bread,
Ghost got
they
the
had the
laundromats.
influence, they had the streets. But then y'all in front of the cameras. We want to be in front of the cameras too, but we can't be in front of the cameras because all our shit is illegal.
And we have no talent.
So guess what? I'm gonna manage you. I'm telling you. I ain't asking you. I'm telling you.
On some
managing
Suge Knight shit.
I'm managing you. Oh, you got a meeting. You need to get out your contract. I'm going to go over there and fix it. Don't ask me how I'm going to do it, but I'm just going, excuse me, I'm just going to do it.
Ice Ice Baby.
That's my whole thing. And I'm looking like,
It's
yo,
the same thing now. It's
it
nothing
is the same
changed.
thing. No, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. Because these niggas is not really street dudes.
Now,
These dudes
a lot
is
of
not
times,
street dudes.
some of the dealers is trying to get on the mic now, though.
Right,
Exactly.
yeah, right.
That-
That's
that-
what they
that's
are.
changed.
That's what they're
Which
now
is
cutting.
bad.
It's horrible.
These
Oh, it's
dudes
terrible.
are street
Bad for
dudes.
music.
I'm just saying, the whole thing, that whole situation with Big and Pocket, my man had Boogie, he always used to say, like, yo, that was one of the incidents.
It's always some wild ass New York name though. Like who's Head Boogie?
That's my, first off, you know Head Boogie.
I know Head Boogie.
Hendrick McBride.
Oh, that's Head. Oh, okay. Oh, I know who it is. I never heard that connotation of his name though. I never
I'm
heard
saying,
of Head
I'm saying,
Boogie.
no, I gotta put Head Boogie. 'Cause
Head
I'm
Boogie,
saying
all right.
He has his business.
Okay,
McBride
all right.
Stories. The
There you
brother
go.
Does his children's
What's up,
book.
Head?
And you'll be dropping that too. You want
Yeah.
to start dropping that.
Right.
That's, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
Shout out to Head Boogie.
Go ahead.
So, back to Flex.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Flex, this was Thursday.
Thursday.
But
Thursday.
hold, before you go there, Flex can't get off the hook because Flex was one of the main people. Flex, not Angie Martinez, not so much. Wendy Williams a little bit, but Flex a whole lot. Really pushed the East Coast West Coast thing.
Oh yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
he really pushed it on the radio.
And I'm thinking it's more or less because of the radio situation.
Yes.
And he
Didn't like the West Coast records.
and he got a lot of flack for that.
He was one of the people hyping up. Remember when the Dog Pound shot the video?
Crushing the
in
buildings.
New York.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we don't let these niggas come here. Like he amped
Folks,
a lot
that
of
is
stuff
fun.
up.
That you sound like I can hear
That's
Funk
what he
saying
did,
it right
you know
now.
what I mean?
No, baby.
I don't push
Not
that.
gonna come in here and
He
smash
did do
buildings.
that, but he didn't have. See, the whole thing, what was so crazy with that Dog Pound situation, the song was supposed to have been a song paying homage.
Right.
But the
Right,
difference
right.
is,
New York,
I know
New
for a
York,
fact
big
if
city
Corrupt
of
and them had the
dreams.
chance to do it over again. Yo, this was a different time. You had to get your passes from the right people. They didn't speak to the right people. They might have spoke to some dude behind an office and was like, yo, yeah, you could just
Yeah,
get
go
those
ahead, do
guys.
that. Yeah, go
some
ahead.
guy that doesn't live in the hood. All you had to do was make the right call and be like, yo, we shouting y'all out, we bigging y'all up. Come through. You have to let them come through. You have the OGs in your video, and then everything you want to do. Because I think that was just a terrible. You know, Snoop started kicking the door, the buildings down, and everybody got a kick out of it.
Disgusting.
But when I heard the story afterwards, I said, damn, it wasn't so much. And I like the Dog Pound a lot because Corrupt was one of my favorite rappers at the time. It was this. All of this for a misunderstanding. And some idiots, you know what I'm saying? That was a bad.
Niggas die every day over misunderstandings,
The whole thing is,
Right.
It never materialized the right way because this was when it was more street Like the streets ran what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't hear about Leo Cohen and all of them back then in the streets or whatever. So I'm looking like, yo, it's not that kind of thing. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I only got one, I ain't gonna say bad thing to say about Biggie because I want to get out of here with that joint. I just felt maybe sometimes I wonder in my mind, maybe if Biggie would have responded back on a record, that's the thing that might have kept it on record. You see what I'm saying? Like I always thought about
why you think that?
No, see, because my thing is this, because that was the era, we old enough, that was the on-site era. You see what I'm saying? So anything being said, niggas is like, oh,
but you don't think he took shots the two pops and
no, but I'm talking about an all-out assault. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
You did
like a takeover.
I'm coming. Put this on some old Big at the beginning saying, nah, nigga, who shot you wasn't about you. But this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this is, and then he just go. Because to me, I felt that would have been the thing that would have kind of leveled it out. Like, okay,
I think it would have ended
these
people's
niggas
lives
are just
quicker.
rapping. You see what I'm saying?
It would have ended lives quicker. Because then it was really crazy at that point. You talking about like Source Awards 95 type around that time period? It would have been crazy.
All in the video.
No.
Did y'all hear that Suge said that he was talking about So Def when he said that? Not not Bad Boy.
Yeah.
His lying ass.
Yeah. I think he's talking about both of them.
Yeah, he probably just talking about all of y'all in general.
It fit for both of them.
Yeah, right.
It made sense. It made sense what Puff says. See, listen, Puff. People can say whatever they want to say about Puff. Don't say too much. There's no villain forth. But I'm just saying, don't say too much. Don't say too much.
Don't say too much.
You might be looking. But I'm just saying, might be looking. What I can tell you is this:
dancing on
if
in the videos.
Puff did step to Prince to Suge like that, I can see Suge giving that answer. Yo, you're in New York. Puff got shooters with him. They right by, like he's already a millionaire.
Shout out to
you
Shine.
say the wrong thing, you might get aired out that night. So I can understand, even if Suge be like, no, what I had to say what I had to say to get out the situation. Because if Puff is standing there talking about with his shades on and all that glasses at
here we go. Yeah, so
if Puff standing there, you got Puff in front of you talking about.
What do you say? What do you say?
Yeah, you know, hey, what's up, baby? He talking to somebody in the background.
Hey, what's going on? All right, I'll be sure. You be Diddy. I'll be sure. I'll be sure.
So what was all that? You know, if somebody's dancing in the video, I just hope you wasn't talking about me.
Huh?
Now, if you got Puff in front of you and he got his glasses on, he got his diamond rings all showing and everything, but the goons behind him, they got the just give me the word look. I can see Suge being
like, oh no, what's up about So Def?
Like, you know I'm talking about you, man.
Yeah, what you mean, bitch ass? What's up about your main bitch ass? Right. Go on, fuck out of here. You know what's up about your main bitch ass? Go ahead. Little Chris Cross niggas. I'm talking about little Chris Cross niggas. You know what I'm talking about?
Right
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Get up out of here.
Talk about the brat. You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Get out the situation.
Go get some drinks, baby.
And live to see another day. Simple as that. And you know, Puff probably walked out like, okay, I'm out here. Enjoy yourself. Take a bottle. There you go. I can understand that one.
Harlem, stand up.
So he was like,
so I get out of there every time.
Exactly.
So the backstory reflects. So we there. Okay?
Yes.
Because I'm still trying to get to the point where he started crying.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to the juicy part.
I'm sitting there like, okay.
He's crying.
You understand why he was crying?
You don't know why he was crying? Yeah. He was crying. So what I see, and I can't talk for Flex. This is only me going off for. I've watched this.
Speculate on his mental state, sir.
He seemed to only drop a tear, but he was just like patching, like, yo, he lied. Because it's one of those, the situation could have went totally different, and it's one of those, Pac already put it out there, so he already knew he was fighting an uphill battle. But I don't think you purposely cry unless you on some Will Smith shit. But
it was the like,
it was
a strong please believe me cry.
Truth, but y'all not gonna believe me anyway.
Yo, please
y'all
believe me
anyway.
He's lying.
But he was also saying, I think the main point is he's saying is that you lied on Biggie and Biggie is dead because of that.
Exactly.
And you never cleaned it up.
Exactly.
And he lied. And he's saying y'all idolized this man talking about Tupac. And he lied, and his lie cost Biggie his life. So that's really what brought him to
okay, Flex. Okay, understandable. Still never go full Jim Jones. You can't cry real.
See him crying 20 years.
Oh, the Jim Jones was great.
Don't talk about Jimmy.
Can't talk about it's a subject. Can't talk about Jimmy.
Don't talk about Jimmy. Leave Jomo alone.
Jomo.
But okay, That makes sense. Man. I can see that going.
Okay, so he wasn't crying to cry. He was crying because another man lost his life. And this easily could have been avoided if Tupac just stopped lying all the damn time.
Well, that's who he is, artsy fartsy.
Listen, I've always had that issue with Tupac.
He's artsy fartsy.
With Tupac. Yeah, man. I feel like he's a habitat thug.
He's a habitual.
I mean, wherever he's at, that's what he's repping. He's repping it to the death. I mean, he's gonna rep it. He might not be from there. He's gonna rep it harder than you, and you from there.
So you saying he been talking about it, but why is it so loud now?
This platform's a little
social
bigger.
Media,
Nothing else is going on.
You got somebody. You got an 18-year-old that. First off, you know what's funny, and I gotta put Biggie in that category too, with a lot of younger dudes. Saying Tupac and Biggie is your favorite rappers, though in your top 5 and all that, that's just a safe answer. Like, people are telling, somebody older is telling you, if you're 20 years old, you don't know if Biggie was the best rapper.
Right.
Like, granted, you can hear his music and you can appreciate it, I get it, but your memories aren't really attached to the music.
Yeah, like basketball, sports comparisons as well. Exactly.
I had a kid, 15 years old. Who the best basketball player ever?
LeBron James.
How do you know? You was born in 2001. How do you know?
I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, they got video. Like, they this is the generation that YouTube's everything.
Yeah.
So they YouTube.
This is my issue. YouTube,
if you in it though,
YouTube and Google can't give you feeling. That's the one. Okay,
I get it. I get it. But as long as it can bring you respect, as long as it can bring you respect,
I can take that. But I had a kid the other day. He's like, yo, I watched all those games. Yeah, but you're watching it already knowing the result. That's something like, yo, we weren't watching it the same way. No, that's what they do. We weren't watching. I was pulling my hero. Like, damn it, the Bulls is down 12. What is Mike going to do? Next thing you know, this motherfucker scores 15.
Michael Jordan. Turn to Michael Jordan.
It was amazing.
I'm not watching it now being like, oh, what happened?
But I mean, like when we talk about fighters,
go ahead.
It's like you look at the old tapes of Joe Louis or any of those cats before our time, and we can still look at it. You can still look at it and appreciate it. Of course,
you can still look at Sugar Ray and see Sugar Ray whoop that.
Mike Tyson will fuck all them niggas up. But that's just me for my generation, and I could.
And you're gonna be partial to Mike Tyson.
What I could appreciate with what makes Muhammad Ali considered the greatest, because what people don't get is you can be the best, but you don't have to be the greatest. Right. Floyd Mayweather is probably the best. Being the best, Floyd Mayweather is probably the best pound-for-pound boxer that there's been, but he's not the greatest. Because to me, greatness is attached to anything, the things that really have.
I can see where you go.
So the record don't make him the greatest.
That makes him the best.
That makes him the best. And I'll see your point. I'll raise you this. LeBron James is without a doubt the best basketball player of all time. Body wise, talented wise.
I'll go for that.
But Michael Jordan is the greatest. Put it that way. For everything that LeBron has done, for all. No, not because of the rings. Because of everything that LeBron has done now, it makes everybody his comparison. So the gap between 1 and 2 is so big between 2 and 3 that LeBron is all the way out here. And for how good that is, Jordan was 10 times better.
I'm going to explain my thing with Jordan because I actually stopped and I'm glad you brought that up. Mm-hmm. This is the reason why, and I didn't want to type this because I was like, typing it doesn't give it the right sentiment. Michael Jordan is the greatest for the simple fact is his name is synonymous with excellence.
Very true.
Across any field, if you're the best radio host, you're the Michael Jordan of it. If you're the best typewriter, you're the Michael Jordan.
That's a good point.
Like that's what it is. And I'm looking like, how do you lose that? Because somebody, first off, because to even take it out, you have to at first take out his accomplishments. Now you can't erase them, but you have to double them. That's hard. That's for one.
Right,
and then
man.
after you double them, you have to have an impact on just the world. Period. And you can't do that. Like the 6 rings is a basketball argument, but when people are saying, "Yo, Wayne Gretzky's nickname was the Great One," but what did they call him? You're the Michael Jordan of hockey. You see what I'm saying? Like that's like LeBron is never going to be called the LeBron James of this. Niggas might be like, oh,
Give it a minute.
I'm a LeBron James of basketball,
Right, you good.
and that's kind of that. It's going to stop
You
there.
know what I mean? Like it's already been done.
Maybe in 20 years they may say the LeBron James.
After he's done.
Yeah, I'm saying Jordan is so
No,
far
he would
removed.
never get that.
We don't
respect.
say
But-
I'm saying it's like a boxer from a boxer from a long time ago. We not quoting Rocky Marciano. We quoting Muhammad Ali. And years from now, they may not quote Muhammad Ali.
I don't know.
They may quote
I
Floyd.
don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to get those out. See, like even Muhammad Ali. Think about this: the greatest. He's lost fights. We already know that. He's lost fights.
Right.
5.
But exactly.
Yeah.
But he's went to jail. See, Muhammad Ali was the people's champ. Floyd was never the people's champ.
That's true.
That's another thing. Like,
That's
people-
Right. It's
like,
not
That's
the
a
greatest.
difference.
Can't be the
Just
greatest if
because-
everybody
Yeah.
does. Yeah, no, no.
Lifelong respect.
Exactly. Just because you hashtag money team Mayweather, you're not the people's champ. Floyd he's admonished. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even gonna call him a clown because he's liable to come up here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that kind of trouble.
I have a story.
He's
Can't
gonna
fight
come
him.
there- Coming in all 5'4" him, like,
Right.
which one of y'all niggas want to fight? I'm like,
Still don't wanna fight.
Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all is Rob Mad flavor? Everybody. I'm like, he did all that talking, break his fingers.
I can't even.
I
I don't even taste flavors.
Before, I think I can do it again.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. He almost had a fight with
Tell a
Floyd.
story.
It was
Tell-
T.I.
You lying? You ain't never fight Floyd Mayweather
Don't
Jr.
bring up T.I.
You lying? You ain't never fight Floyd Mayweather Jr.
You ain't never meet no Floyd.
Never make Floyd Mayweather Jr.
But I had to get the fight out of there because he was digging on somebody. I had to get out of there. So.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm
All right. All right. Real quick, just for reference, like I was saying before. Okay, most games in NBA playoff history, 30 points scored.
yes.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who is the #1 scorer in the NBA of all time.
Legend.
Scorer.
Legend. He's a legend.
75.
75 what?
30-point game.
30-point games.
That was it.
That's it.
I think Mike got more than him.
LeBron James right now, 75. Kobe Bryant, 88.
Hold up, 75 in his whole career.
NBA playoff history, these are the
Okay.
most 30-point score
Okay.
most games. So the
And LeBron
pinnacle of
already-
basketball, the most difficult,
That's crazy.
30-point games. Kareem 75, LeBron 75, Kobe 88, Michael Jordan 109 games, man.
Wow.
So
LeBron can't.
And he only played. Hold up. And he only played 179.
179.
This is what I tell people.
It's ridiculous.
The way, or if, and I don't even think it's possible, but I think the only way that LeBron can actually surpass something that Michael Jordan did, it'd be off the court.
Oh yeah, he'll get that.
Okay,
Off
okay,
the court.
I see.
All the stuff that he
Because
done
there
with
is,
it.
there's nothing.
But
you
how
can do.
much? How much? People don't look at Jordan as the people's champ. You don't. You know. You don't. We don't
In
like the
fact,
way
he
lived
might be
his life.
disliked. Yeah, I'm saying, in
Jordan
fact, he
is
might be
not
disliked.
right.
Yeah.
Jordan is not. That's the whole thing. I never said that. Jordan is not that kind of people's champ. But Jordan is the. See, this is how the world works. We have one spectrum to the other. We like the underdog, or we like the superhero. Mike is the superhero. Mike is the reason why LeBron and everybody else gets flack, because we don't like this. We like the story of perseverance and the guy that goes hard, and sometimes you fall short. But then we are people that we like to see the impossible. And Michael Jordan has done the impossible
Yes.
too many times, too many games where you're
Twice.
watching and you're like, okay, they 9 times out of 10, the average just all-star on the team, they just lose the game and go out. And then Mike, is too many times we've seen, yo, how the hell they was down 12 with 4 minutes left and he scored 20 straight.
Right,
How
man.
like, that's not possible. You see what I'm saying?
Honestly,
Not
he's the
once and
reason
twice.
you watch a game now, and dudes who can't pull it off, well, that's a bum. You never be Jordan.
Right.
It's what it is. The turnaround jumper.
But what do they
You're
say?
right.
Jordan-esque.
Esque, yeah,
That's what I'm
right.
saying. Like, everything
He's on
is
a
that.
pedestal.
He's on
Nothing
a
you can
pedestal
do.
and that, and I don't
That's
gotta
what I'm saying.
agree with
It wa-
everything how he lives his life. But I'm gonna tell you one thing I think he gets killed for: the philanthropy. Now the thing is this: we have social media, so once again, so if you don't see it, it mean it didn't happen.
Right.
Mike is old money. He's been giving for over 20 years.
Yeah.
His is old money. So it's like we don't want to hear Yeah, you know, in 1990,
Right.
We didn't know in 1990 that Mike was giving United Negro College Fund X amount of dollars, Chicago Fund. We don't have access to that.
And the millions he
But
was giving his
now,
father.
Everybody has a phone, so now if you do it, that's it. Come on, we should know that. Catch Me Outside. How about that? How is she getting paid for that? That's what I'm saying.
Social media,
this
baby.
is social media.
Newsflash, she just got nominated for a Video Music Award, ladies and gentlemen.
Who?
Catch Me Outside Girl. Catch Me Outside Girl. She's
She's
a featured actor in Kodak Black's one of his singles off his mixtape. It's basically just her in the video, and they got nominated for Video of the Year.
Exactly, by kids.
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
How about that?
We about to pay some bills. When we come back, we gonna dig with Val Ugly Truth because I got a lot of inboxes and things about her. So we gonna let her do what she do.
Yeah.
Beautiful Lies, Ugly Truth. SLK. We'll be back.
Peace.
Yep.
Can I know about those inboxes?
That's a
What up,
nice
Brian?
thing.
No, the inboxes. Give me one of your topics, and I'm gonna segue you into that.
I think with the LeVar Ball thing with these high tennis shoes is causing a whole lot of this crime in the world. Because these guys they trying to get that label. Who want to, if you talk about $495 shoes and they wearing Converses, they will do everything possible to get these high shoes. So if they got to bust